very much indicative of the fact that she knew that was wrong, and so she's trying to make an alibi for herself.
She knew it was wrong. She knew that she had to distance herself from the position that she might have known something to protect herself. It shows that she realizes how serious it is, and it shows how calculating and cold she can be, because I think she was trying to cover her ass with that, but I think she was already also trying to set up the, oh my God, the grieving girlfriend,
Yeah.
Y'all are all staring at me. There's a fucking switch on my microphone somewhere, and I think I accidentally flipped it so the...
Well, I think it's is it not on the front?
Fuck, I don't know. I thought I knew where it was, but it's just a little dip switch.
Yeah, I know. Stop. You stop.
Oh, there.
Oh, it's right here. Right under the...
Okay, yeah, no, it... Oh, what is that one?
Is there another switch?
Yeah, there's one right here.
Okay, top.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
I don't know.
Now I'm thinking about that Minnie Ripper song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know I want it on the flat.
Oh, you're messing everything
Jesus.
up.
God, you fucking ruiner.
No, leave that alone.
Why?
Stop.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Yes, it is, because now it's crooked. Now it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Don't look at it.
Mine's crooked too. It's gotta get over it.
We're not looking at yours. Because then we'll be fucking with it all day, trying to get the shit right.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so she was very much setting her own alibi up. And that, if you do something like that to a jury, I would think screams, hey, she knew this was wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
the very fact that you could be so cold-blooded. Like, I'm over here.
It shows that there's
fucking
something...
do it, you big pussy. I wonder where he is. I'm so worried about him. I mean, God.
It shows that she is extremely mentally sick, but aware enough to know that what she was doing was wrong.
Yeah, she's fucked up, but she knows right from wrong.
Oh, yeah. I mean, clearly she knows right from wrong. She knew, just like she knew to start deleting all these messages once he was found.
And, I mean... psychopaths...
She's not very smart because she could only get it on her side, so I don't know what she thought.
Well, psychopaths and sociopaths are...
usually very
are
above.
also fucked up. That's the clinical term.
But they're above average intelligence
But
often.
they also do, in fact, know right from wrong.
They just don't care.
Yeah, they just don't give a shit.
They don't
have
have the guilt and the remorse.
Based on what I've heard, and I have not researched this case because... I fucking haven't. But it sounds like she is exhibiting some sociopathic behavior.
Well, I mean, I followed this one from when it happened, and somebody that can, like, dissociate themselves enough to have no remorse.
Oh my goodness.
About Sookie is very upset about this case. She really just wants attention. Just like on the one hand, you say you care about him because you have a relationship with him, but on the other hand, you're like, so he's on my nerves. Go die. I mean, woo, that is some cold-blooded shit.
It is, and it almost sounds. You said disassociative, which traditionally would be followed by personality disorder, but I don't think that's the case. I think it was just whatever her mood was at the time.
Well, anything like when I say disassociative, I didn't mean like she was had a break or anything. No, I just think that she's that cold that she can just turn that shit on and off depending on her mood, the circumstance, what felt right in the moment, why she thought she needed attention. I mean,
well, that's what it was. It was all about the best way for her to get the attention that she wanted.
I need to be the victim in this. So, but then she overplayed her hand and told too much.
Yep.
Probably
got too cocky.
Well, and she probably thought that she was in tighter with these friends than she really was. And
Did
they
they turn her in?
Yeah, no, I don't.
The girls
didn't initially turn her in, but once
everything came
out, they were like. They didn't try to protect her at all. They were like, she did this.
We didn't even like this crazy bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, basically they were like, yeah, we talked to her in school. We were on the same team, but we didn't hang out.
Yeah, and then they were horrified. They were like, oh my God, she was talking about this, and,
That's crazy.
All right, what else we got? Well, while you're thinking of that, so Amber and I have not had a cigarette in a fucking week.
Woo!
Yeah, and that really sucks a lot. So
That does not suck a lot.
it most certainly the fuck does.
No.
No, it does, and because we both quit for health reasons, I guess, as in I don't want to get cancer and die,
Probably too late,
or have a heart attack or some shit like that. We certainly didn't quit because we wanted to quit, because we didn't want to quit, but we needed to, so fucking whatever. And it really sucks.
I
It's
love
like,
the conviction in your voice there.
it's so weird because I've smoked for 24 years, something like that, almost 24 years, and to quit smoking is like leaving a subculture. It's like almost part of my identity is I'm all this other shit, and I'm also a smoker, and it's just weird. I don't know. And I feel, I don't know, out of sorts, I guess.
Well, you've lost a big part of what you do with your time.
You get to let her in. I let
gosh.
them out. I haven't had any cravings or anything though,
That's good.
and I just went cold turkey.
Yeah, I mean, she only threatened to cut like 2 people.
I don't know why she went cold turkey, because
No, I think it was just one.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was twice. It was only one person. How about this killer that was released from prison? And
Oh
the
my
judge
God.
said, "Oh, he's too old to be a threat to
He's not.
anybody."
Yeah, and then he went and killed somebody else, and I'll tell you what,
that's like what
that motherfucking judge ought to be held
Oh Lord!
at least partially responsible.
What was the guy in Arkansas that they castrated in prison? The other prisoners?
Oh, Jesus.
I can't think of
Was
his
that
name.
Ronald Gene Simmons?
No, it wasn't Ronald Gene Simmons. It was another guy, and they
Always-
eventually
Why do criminals always have so many names?
That's like a thing. Serial killers have 3 first names.
Like,
Kenny Wayne Shepherd might be a serial killer.
oh my God, remember that guy I used to date in high school and that's how
Yeah.
you convinced me to break up with him? You were like, he has 3 first names.
Don't look at me like
He's
that.
destined to be a serial killer.
But anyway, I can't remember the guy's name, but he served it. The other prisoners actually castrated him. They found out what he had done.
What did he do?
It was
was
rape, and
Of a child?
Yeah, the teenager.
I think so. Yeah, and he served his time.
Hold
got out.
on. I'm trying to look him up if I can get it. Arkansas prisoner.
He always said he was innocent.
Oh, yeah.
Blah blah blah.
As soon as he got out, he
big
raped him with an
statement.
object.
No,
Oh my God!
not as soon as he got out. He got
Well,
out and he moved to Missouri, and
okay.
it was like within a year or 2.
So he didn't do it the first 5 minutes he was
Yeah.
out, but
But he did.
yeah, Arkansas.
Repeat.
Yep.
And since he had no weenus, he...
Yeah.
He used an object.
He used
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these fucking dogs. I swear to God.
Castrated.
I thought castration got rid of their desire.
No.
No.
Really?
No.
No, because the desire is...
Wayne DeMond.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the sheriff kept his junk
Yeah.
on his desk.
On his
Oh my
desk
God.
After
Okay, that
yeah.
seems a little...
Well, I think it was the sheriff's relative that he raped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it seems reasonable to me.
It was like in a jar of formaldehyde, or like in a Ziploc baggie, or...
He was convicted of murder and rape. 6 children, 3 wives. His wife supported him through the imprisonment. His final wife married him while he was in prison in Arkansas.
She must be a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His parole, he was the one that was given parole by Mike Huckabee, and then when Mike Huckabee tried to run for governor, people like...
And brought it back up.
Yeah. Oh, he was a decorated Vietnam era veteran. He bragged to reporters that he helped slaughter a village of Cambodians.
Wow.
Nice man.
Yeah.
He was charged of murder in Lawton, Oklahoma. He used the accomplice's 17-year-old daughter to entice a victim to a location. He was, in 1973, he was charged with molesting a teenage girl. And then in 1976, he raped a woman in DeWitt, Arkansas, but the charges were dropped before trial with the condition he received counseling. Oh my. Then he got a second. This is the one that got him in trouble. In 1984, he raped a 17-year-old cheerleader and third cousin of Bill Clinton.
Ooh.
In March 85...
I'm surprised that he didn't accidentally commit suicide.
In March of 1985, he had been arrested, but he hadn't had his trial yet.
Right.
He was attacked in his home by 2 men and castrated. No arrests were made in the incident.
Yeah, I bet they weren't.
There was a question as to whether the castration was self-inflicted.
Oh.
Ooh, that made my imaginary dick hurt. Okay, but there was no evidence of a struggle or him being tied up.
Self-inflicted, man. I can't even prick my fucking finger half the time.
Yeah, and they said that there were no ligature marks, like he'd been tied up. Which, I mean, you'd think you'd have to tie somebody down. And there was an empty or 2/3 empty bottle, half-gallon bottle of Jim Beam.
He had to get damn drunk
Well,
to do that to himself.
Yeah, I guess so. While in prison, DeMond successfully sued the St. Francis County and the local sheriff, who publicly displayed DeMond's severed testicles and later flushed them down the toilet. He's had a colorful life. DeMond was sentenced to life plus 20 years in prison. I
don't understand, though. If you're sentenced to life plus 20 years, that in theory means that you should never get out.
Yeah, but he was granted parole.
He should have never been up before a parole board.
Oh my God. His attorney kept referring in his trial, kept calling her the so-called victim, the rape that never happened.
Wow.
They only had, at the time, it was back far enough that they only had like blood typing evidence. So there was a 28% of the population could have produced that semen, and he fell in that.
Is it Charlie?
Yeah.
Well, he bumped into Hillary.
No. She was laying down and he was fucking nose deep in her fucking stuff. Now she moved and he doesn't know it because he's blind.
Oh my God. So then he finally gets out, and after all those years of saying he's not a rapist,
And then he goes and starts raping.
just the one.
It only takes one time.
Right, but I mean immediately, and his drive to rape was so strong that he didn't have the anatomy, so he just used an object. Which, again, rape isn't about sex anyway. It's about control and domination and power and all that. But, gross.
Yeah, very gross.
Well, this old man that they let out, he was originally put in prison in 1979 for 25 years for stabbing his wife, Sandra, 14 times in front of her daughter.
Oh, my God.
God.
How old was the daughter?
Doesn't say. And then when they said, he's too old to be any trouble, and they let him out.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll show you motherfuckers.
How old was he?
77. He murdered a homeless mother 11 times in front of her twin sons.
He didn't murder her 11 times.
I mean, stabbed
You can really only do that one once.
Murdered her,
stabbed
brought her
her
back.
11 times in front of her twin sons.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
That's awful.
See, at that point, he should be taken behind the courthouse and fucking shot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's
but the
due process. You get let out, you immediately go kill someone again. You don't get a third try.
Well, he's too old. Let me tell you what, if you're evil enough, you might not be physically strong enough to do your crime the way you used to, but if you have that drive enough, you can find a way.
He's walking around talking about age is just a number, bitch.
Yeah, you can find a way to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
If I was the judge, I would have sentenced him to death